Selam, yine ben Ayaz. Biraz sonra izleyeceğiniz videoların benzerlerini çevirmemi istiyorsanız bana Instagram'dan, Reddit'ten veya Discord'dan ulaşabilirsiniz. Herhangi bir sosyal medya hesabım YouTube açıklamamda zaten bulunmakta. İyi seyirler dilerim.
I don't remember reading any scripts.
I remember being in the makeup trailer one morning and you looking over to me. I haven't read the script.
I don't read the script. The script reads me.
Hi, EW. I'm Jared Padalecki.
Jensen Ackles.
Misha Collins.
We are here at South Congress, one of my favorite bootmakers, and we're going to answer some questions, 20 of them, to celebrate 20 years of Supernatural.
Let's get into it.
What was the very first scene each of you filmed on Supernatural?
I remember. It was with you. Do you remember?
Library.
Correct.
Yes.
Such a control freak. So angry spirits are born out of violent death, right? Yeah.
I think a lot of people might watch that episode and be like, what are they doing with the little, hard drive disc, and it magnifies it? Because it was the old school library hard drive thing.
Didn't we go over to the Dewey Decimal System at one point and start looking through that?
We probably did.
I know we used that.
My first scene was the very first scene that Castiel shows up
the barn
for.
scene.
Yes. Where you shot me.
Yes.
Or stabbed me. My debut performance on Supernatural was so substandard that we did a reshoot the next day because they got the dailies back of my creepy performance, and they were like,
Is this true?
This is true.
I don't remember doing that again.
Well, you
They
were
probably
there.
just did his coverage.
You were,
Like, Jensen's fine. Jim Beaver's
no,
fine.
all of his stuff was great.
Just bring in the other guy.
Bring in that new guy.
With a weird voice.
We need to talk, Dean.
What was the most underrated episode? Probably the one where Misha was introduced. No, that was overrated.
the episode Baby, where the entire episode has a frame of the car in it or is from the car's vantage point. I thought that episode was absolutely awesome.
To Misha's point, I think a lot of the ones that we did that wouldn't work on literally any other television show that's ever aired, where we play ourselves, where it's all from the vantage point of a vehicle. Like, it wouldn't work.
And in fairness, a lot of those episodes didn't work on Supernatural either.
What's the series' best needle drop?
Needle drop? Mm-hmm. It's like a mic drop?
Oh, music cue.
Oh, okay, thank you. I know mine.
Styx Renegade.
No.
David Bowie.
Yep. When I heard Bowie come on, ground control to Major Tom, I was like, what? How did they find the money to pay for this?
Right. Yeah, that was the question.
And then I remember the crew complaining for the week after because there was no food because they had spent all the money.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Well, sometimes filming's tough.
Castiel had to cradle a baby and put the baby to sleep, and it was scripted that he was supposed to sing "Highway to Hell," but on the day that I got there to film, they were like, it turns out that's too expensive for you to sing Highway to Hell, so you're gonna sing the theme song to The Greatest American Hero.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I would feel so free.
I'm gonna go to the basics with Back in Black. I think it set the tone for the whole show.
Woo! Mr. Harper, you ever heard anything so sweet?
What's a script you remember reading for the first time?
So French Mistake was an episode where we all play ourselves.
Jared, season 6. You beat the devil, lost your soul, and got it back again. What's next for Sam Winchester?
They asked us because they had to get us to sign off on it. We didn't realize it, but we had a tremendous amount of power.
Yeah, we had leverage that we did not use.
For whatever reason, our life is a TV show. Why?
Bug's actually the worst episode of Supernatural. Yes, I think it was because basically the juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
Did you actually have bugs?
It's like 70,000 bees.
We were literally being stung by bees.
Yeah.
And then they get to post and the bees didn't show up on
They
camera.
had a visual effect in it.
So they had to vis effects the bees.
And so we go meet the bee specialist, and it's a dude with like mesh and a big pair of like surgical tweezers holding a bee with the mesh saying, so we're going to sting you, but it can't give all of its venom, but we'll find out if you're allergic. They're not going to bite you. They're not going to sting you unless you really piss them off. Like, well, how do you piss them off? Like if you swat them, like the whole scene is about us trying to get rid of bees. Like, yeah, don't get rid of the bees. Just guide them away. Just gently guide them away. We're like, so Sam and Dean are going to be like, all right, guys, this way. 1 second. Go to safety, you beat. It was the most absurd thing. So, of course, we're trying to act like characters. I sat on one bee. I don't think I killed it. Thank God.
Well, if it stung you, it died.
Oh, then it died. It died valorously. I feel like it was one of the Leviathan episodes that got a little too heavy into the dick Roman of it all.
Excuse me?
We leaned
so many
so
dick
hard
jokes.
into like all the dick jokes.
It was a lot.
Well,
Now
what is the
we're-
right number of dick jokes?
That's a
a
good
big
question.
It's a pleasure to have you with us, Richard.
Please, Dick. Let me drive for a second. You gonna look at more anime, or are you strictly into dick now?
If you dig down deep, it's all dick.
Name 3 essentials in any motel room set. Partitions. The like kind of see-through partitions was something that Jerry Wanick had in every. It was like a quintessential supernatural thing.
The round Formica top table.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Micah?
It's Formica.
Right.
Who
It was the table was.
Did he
for
ever thank you?
Micah.
If it was for him.
Micah, the
But that's
PA.
sweet. Sounds like he's got a lot of tables.
The quarter vibrating bed machine. I literally.
I employed it a lot.
I'm sure you did.
Hey, man, you gotta try this. There really is magic in the magic fingers.
Who's a guest star you wanted to see more of?
For some reason, my brain is going to Titus Welliver. I'm such a fan of his work. And,
Titus is great.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
I loved all of them equally.
Well, we know that's not true. So which scene required the most takes?
Mystery Spot. You kept getting it wrong.
Sam Winchester keeps a ruler by the bed, and every morning when he wakes up,
Okay, enough.
I don't want to talk
Keeps a
about it.
ruler by the bed.
I don't want to talk about it.
And every morning when he wakes up, he.
I don't want to talk about it.
Totally. We had to do it like 1,000 times.
Shapeshifter.
Shut up.
Moving on. Which scene required the fewest takes?
Probably the barn. Barn.
I thought you'd tell me to get lost or get dead. And I didn't know what I would have done if I didn't have you.
What's the scene you're most proud of?
For me, I think it's Castiel's goodbye scene.
Really? Yeah.
I love the message that it sent more broadly. I loved the emotional connectedness that I ended up having with the scene.
Yeah.
And I thought that I looked great.
You did. It was phenomenal.
You changed me, Dean. Why does this sound like a goodbye? Because it is.
There's a few that stand out. Obviously, the barn scene, the scene when I come back from hell, the, like really kind of emotional ones. But there's one that was kind of a subtle one that I'm proud of because it wasn't scripted the way that I did it, and it was a scene when Dean confronts God.
People pray to you. People build churches for you. They fight wars in your name. And you did nothing.
In the script, I was supposed to be really angry, and I was supposed to be yelling at him, and I was supposed to be hot. And I came in completely the opposite of that. And
That was you and Mary also. You and Sam.
yeah.
Where there was like a mixture of vulnerability and just rage.
I don't know. I felt like it was just a more powerful way of presenting that scene in that moment. I was like, but I like that one.
But one of mine that sticks out, Sacrifice.
And who are you going to turn to next time instead of me? Another angel? Another vampire?
I remember feeling like proud of it, even when I watched it, which is so rare because you feel like I feel good. You go home and you go to bed and you watch and you're like, that sucked. This was like, I felt proud of it.
Shouldn't have done that.
And I was proud of how it looked.
Yeah. One scene you'd like to erase. That's easy for me. Fight scene with Lucifer. The marionette fight scene.
Team America?
Team America.
Nothing's coming to mind.
Wow, you guys are awfully proud of your work.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got mine. The wig scene in the finale. That one wig was difficult.
Yes.
Yes, y'all know.
Should have just put a bald cap on you and called it a
something.
day. Who was an underused villain? Alistair.
Yep, same.
Chris was amazing. I thought he was so.
Yeah.
He was one. He was one of those
a
guest stars
star that we should have had back.
I would have liked to.
yeah.
What was the most badass fight sequence? I can tell you which one wasn't.
You were playing Gadriel, Samdriel, whatever. And Bob Singer had this idea for a shot that was sort of like a 70s grindhouse movie shot where the fist comes right into the lens and that's the edit point.
Yeah.
And you came out and you were laughing and you said, Misha, that was hilarious. And I looked at you like, what? And you were like, oh, you weren't joking? It was supposed to be like this badass cut point.
Yep.
And I went,
That's what it was.
it was the most badass fight scene.
I mean, we were like, wow, that's going to make the outtake real. But do it serious. Like for real now.
I actually like the one you directed.
That's funny. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I'm biased. There was the whole opening sequence of me going through the bunker and fighting all these guys in a kind of a dream sequence. I think it was right around the time like John Wick was really popular, and I was like, I want to do that. How often were you really driving the Impala versus fake driving? Anything at night was fake. Anything during the day was real. What was the worst wig?
Yeah.
Who had the dumbest onset injury?
When I broke my hand, season 3, fighting vampires in a motel, and I tried to play it off, and I fell like this, and I snapped my scaphoid in my wrist.
Yeah, that was dumb.
It was dumb.
Which filming location was the most haunted? Riverview.
Oh my God, yeah. It was a mental asylum, like an old decommissioned mental asylum from like the, back in the 1950s.
That did lobotomies.
They had
electroshock therapy.
like torture chambers.
We finally got a hold of the liaison of the facility, and we were like, we want to tour the place, like for real. And she was like, well, we can't go to the 4th floor. And we were all like,
we're going to the 4th floor.
On the 4th floor.
That's where we're going. And she took us up there, and she was like, this is the staircase that I got pushed down. We were like, who?
And she was so matter of fact about it.
Yeah, she's like, I was
like,
pushing
this is where I was pushed
down.
down.
Nobody else was here. I was doing the rounds by myself.
Yeah.
She's like, I won't go into this room.
Yeah.
And we all walk in and hang out. But yeah, apparently just grossly haunted, that place. There were some other ones too, but that one takes the cake. What was the most interesting character you got to play that wasn't your main one?
I'll go with Soulless Sam.
Interesting, most interesting.
Again, I'll go with Soulless Sam.
Jury's out.
You got to answer it too. You can't just give me that back. Damn it.
That's the next one.
I know, but you haven't answered the question.
Okay. What is, I guess I'll go Michael?
Yeah, that's
probably.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest departure. Cass.
Future Cass was
Who
the most interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
He was the guru.
He was like,
He was the guru.
time to go wash up for the orgy.
Yes.
Why not go get washed up for the orgy? You're all so beautiful.
Misha thinks that's interesting because that's actually him as a person.
Just calling himself interesting.
Burning Man Misha is what we call it.
When was your first fan convention? Mine was the summer after season 1 aired in the UK. It was a multi-show con, and I realized that the show had some substance when the fan reaction was overwhelming.
Mine was a few months prior. It was during season 1. It was in LA, but one of the actors there who had done a few, who was part of a big science fiction franchise, was seeing me sign stuff, and he's like, you gotta simplify your signature. I was like, huh? He goes, you got a lot of letters, just write your first initial and do a line. Your next initial, do a line. I was like, but that's not how I wrote my name.
2009, it was a creation convention in New Jersey, I believe. It says a panel. You're doing a panel.
Yeah.
And in my mind, a panel is with a lot of other
Multiple people, yeah.
And then I got up there and I was like, who am I doing the panel with? And they're like, you're doing the panel with your microphone.
Yeah.
Go.
Which supernatural creature would you defeat in real life?
Zombie. They're so slow. They don't do shit.
Just turn and walk away from them.
A fairy?
You know what?
They're
Yes,
small.
yes. Because as drop something, they have to count it all. You can drop 20 entertainment weekly questions, and then they have to sit there and count it, and then you're like, okay, I'm out of
I'm
here.
gonna go with a changeling.
Just punt it.
Yep.
Boom.
Just a straight front to the teeth.
Put on some Lucchese's and just wind up and bang.
Well, I think that does it for us. Anything to add?
He's talking to me this whole time.
Some things never change.
Hi, this is Misha Collins from Supernatural, and I'm going to be reading some Supernatural absurd fan theories. I didn't get any! Whoa, nice shot. Here's the first absurd fan theory. Jack subconsciously chose to look like Cass because he thinks of him as a father. Like he chose to be born older because the world was too dangerous to be a baby. Fight me. My theory on this is that Jack looks like a young version of Cass because Cass is really his father. Yeah, disturbing, huh? My theory is more absurd than your theory, by the way. My other theory is that the producers of the show just really think I'm really good looking, and so they want to cast as many other people as they can that look like me. Hopefully they won't see me say that. Nice shot. Meg is Megara from Hercules. Megara sold her soul to save the man that she loved, and as we know from Supernatural, when you become a demon, your soul is corrupted. Despite being a demon, she still fell for Cass like Megara fell for Hercules. Knowing the answer to this would require having a deep knowledge of Greek gods, and that's going to be difficult for me, but I can tell you that this is definitely 100% true.
Oh, wow.
All right, I'm really trying, but I can't get the Rowena Sam ship out of my head. But I hope it never happens because then she'd probably die. For those of you who don't know, shipping is like a romantic relationship between two characters on a show. Oh, and I guess the fan is saying that if Rowena sleeps with Sam, that she'll probably die because typically characters that get, romantically involved with the boys on the show meet with a miserable end. This is true. I think this is true. It's true on two levels. One, you can't get it out of your head, and two, Rowena would probably die. All right. One day, someone on Supernatural is finally going to think of the salt in the hula hoop trick. And you know what? It's not going to be a man. This is true. This is accurate and also very brilliant. Why haven't we thought of it yet? I think Rowena would be the Supernatural character to come up with the salt in the hula hoop trick, or Charlie, one of the two. They're clever and out-of-the-box thinkers and moves with their hips. They keep showing clips of Dean in a newsboy cap to get us excited about Michael, but I think Dean just really likes dressing up. I'm going to digress a bit here and talk about last season we had an episode where we were in a Western and Dean liked dressing up as a cowboy. But here's the thing. The truth of the matter is that Jensen, who plays Dean, really likes dressing up. Art was imitating life. Dean was thrilled about his new hat, but Jensen was even more thrilled about the new hat, and I think that applied to the newsboy cap in the recent episodes that haven't yet aired. That was my bad. Honestly, all I want is Constantine to cross over and meet Castiel, and then they could argue over who wears the trench coat better. So in the very first script that Castiel appeared in, it described the way he was dressed with a trench coat and a suit, rumpled tie, and then it said, a la Constantine. The truth is, Castiel's look is stolen from Constantine, and I wear it better. Barely. If we don't get Cass listening to the tape Dean gave him in season 14, then was it really worth it? I think that the actors and the audience alike deserve to know what the hell was on that mixtape. I think we should also probably get Castiel a Walkman so he can listen to it in true 80s fashion. Now that Marvel is going to own the X-Men movie rights again, I feel like Jensen and Jared would make a perfect Wolverine and Sabretooth. Jensen and Jared are otherwise occupied. They don't have time for your silly X-Men exploits. My God, you have a lot of these. Do you think the Supernatural writers come up with cast lookalikes twice a season just to make Misha Collins do silly accents? I have wondered that myself because it does seem that there are frequent instances in which there is a different version of Castiel, and it gives me an opportunity to do a silly accent. By now, I think the writers have to know that I'm going to do that, given the opportunity, so I think that they must be taking some sort of perverse joy in it. but I should probably ask them. For example, I played 2 last season that one was alternate universe casts and one was the empty casts, and both had strange accents, and neither were scripted as having strange accents. So yeah, it was my fault. Nice shot. Who folds these airplanes? They're very well done. These are good airplanes. Very good airplanes. And imagine Sam, Cass, and Jack using their world's Michael to defeat the one from the alternate reality. 2 Michaels kill each other inside, but their vessels survive. So then we got back Dean and Adam. This is convoluted. It's so crazy it just might work. I approve of this theory. Thank you.
Evet, bu kadar. Çevirmemi istediğiniz diğer röportajları bana sosyal medya hesaplarımdan gönderebilirsiniz. Ayrıca bir Discord sunucumuz ve Reddit topluluğumuz var. Hepsine açıklamadan ulaşabilirsiniz. Görüşmek üzere. Bay bay.